I hope you can hear me okay. Um, it's Monday. How has your week begun? I've had a nice little start to my week. It's felt quite productive and not too stressy or overwhelming. I did a little bit of work yesterday. I quite like doing that, sneaking away on a Sunday and doing a little bit of creative and strategic work. So it's been a nice start to the day. Um, and I did a meditation this morning, which for those of you who are more kind of woo woo and spiritually inclined, the meditation that I did this morning was like kind of chakra clearing meditation. If you don't know what that is, I'll tell you about it some other time. But it was good. It was good. That's not what we're going to be doing today. So tell me how you are in the comments below. Um, Great. I wanted to bring back Monday's meditation with Mel because we really enjoyed it last time round. So last time round in kind of May time, I was doing this at least once a week, and I think it was just a chance to come together. And I think that there can be a lot of power in meditating together. So, and I really enjoy it. I get a little bit nervous when I started to do it in springtime. It was a really big push for me out of my comfort zone to even suggest, will I start doing more spiritual practices with you guys? And hey Gail, hey Isabel. Um, it was really scary for me to say, what about sharing some more spiritual practices? Because I was still kind of in the closet a little bit. And isn't that what it feels like when you're a spiritual person? Um, so often the world around you, you don't feel like you can always show who you really are and show your true colours. But when I did that, it really created an exponential leap in so much within my business, so much within me as a person, me as a leader. Um, it was just the best move. So when we hit more quarantine, more lockdown, more restriction at the turn of the year, there was so much promise in 2021, and it's been pretty crazy, full on. I mean, Isabel, you're working out there in the hospitals. Tell me how it's going for you. I've not spoken to you for ages. Um, and I've certainly hit the ground running fast at the start of this year. And it's felt good because it's all stuff I want to be doing. But it's so important for us to know how we can press the pause button and replenish ourselves, right? Rest, replenish, press the reset button. Sometimes it might only take 5 minutes, maybe even less. Sometimes you might indulge yourself with 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And really, meditation feels like that to me. It feels like an indulging thing to do. It really, really does. It never used to. It used to feel very stressful because when you get quiet, if it's not something you're used to doing, you realise how noisy it can be in that head of yours. Does that resonate with anyone? Just how noisy it can feel and it can be in your head. So it's not just about me and what I say, though, that meditation is great. Science has got so much amazing research to support the benefits of meditation. So I want to just spend a few minutes recapping on some of that. For some of you, it will be news, for some of you, it won't. And then we'll dive in and we'll do a meditation in just a few minutes. So, one of the reasons why I began to start trying meditation, yes, Isabel, was I was suffering with chronic depression and anxiety disorder. And in all honesty, I'd lived with it my whole life. I was first diagnosed in my 20s and saw a psychiatrist and got medication and found meditation and yoga at that point, and then have always kind of flirted on and off with it. And it wasn't until my really bad burnout 6 years ago that I can say that I became a fully fledged meditator. I really set a strong intention. I knew it was going to be something that was very important to help me heal. And I was absolutely right. Meditation is incredibly good for helping you manage anxiety, helping to decrease your stress levels on a physiological level and a psychological level. Really, really helpful. Um, it increases your self awareness, which is so helpful, navigating life, navigating challenges, navigating opportunities. This is a really important one. It actually increases your attention span. It helps you train your mind to focus and concentrate more effectively. And that's a massive part of the work that I do with my clients in becoming more successful with more ease. It's often about how do you get more done in less time? Like that's just, and meditation is a massive, massive help. It really, really helps you with that. So it can help you be kinder. It can help you be more considered. It can help you be less reactive, particularly emotionally reactive. And there's a word for all of this, which is mindful. So, meditation will help you be more mindful. And the way that I describe that is it allows you to create a little bit more of a pause before your immediate reaction. So we have these default reactions that are hardwired in us through our conditioning and the way we've thought and felt our whole lives. And so when we're triggered, we have that automated response, and often it's not the one that we want. So one of my strong default responses is anger. And I don't want to be an angry mum. I don't want to be an angry partner and wife. So it's really helped me to keep a lid on my anger and manage that much, much more effectively. That's just a small example. So for those of you out there who are meditators already or who have been dabbling with it a little bit, share it in the comments how it helps you, because I think it's always so powerful, isn't it, to see real life examples like that. Now, for those of you that are here live, is there a particular theme you would want me to support you on with meditation? Anything you want to meditate on in particular? One of the things that makes this a wee bit nerve-wracking is that I don't really plan these anymore. I just go with the flow. And I do that because I'm a bit of a sicko. I do that because it makes me, I think, more agile. And to be honest, when it's a shared experience, I think it's also about you being able to influence where the meditation goes energetically. Again, getting a little bit woo-woo for some of you maybe, but that's really how it works. So help recenter yourself and calm yourself. Yes, Isabel, don't you worry, we are going to do exactly that and more. Okay, so let's get to it. Without further ado, 7 minutes, that's got to be the shortest intro I've done, believe it or not. Inner peace. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Okay, so please don't attempt this if you are operating any kind of machinery. Okay, you need to be somewhere where you can safely relax, and ideally you're not going to be interrupted by anybody. I know that's a tough order these days for a lot of us. I have a nearly 3-year-old who's with daddy at the moment downstairs, and I'm trusting that he's going to stay there. Get in peace. Great. Yeah. Okay, so peace is the theme today. And that's all I need. So, with that in mind, let's just take a moment to close our eyes and take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I would really encourage you, just keep doing that while I'm talking. Okay, in through the nose, and as you exhale out through the mouth, like really release anything. Like do a big sigh. It doesn't matter how noisy you are. The idea is we want to bring in fresh breath, fresh oxygen, really oxygenate your blood and your body, fill up your lungs with all that lovely fresh breath. And exhale anything that's old or stale. The air from the corners of your lungs, we want to squeeze it out, okay? and really focus on oxygenating. And as we do that, keep breathing nice and deep. I want you to roll your shoulders right up to your ears and back. So you can feel your shoulder blades just slide into position down your back. And I want you to imagine that there is an invisible thread coming out of the top of your head, and someone's gently pulling it upwards. And as they do so, it's pulling all of your spine, all of your vertebrae into a beautiful sense of alignment. And you can really feel the strength and the stability in your torso. And allow your attention to draw down your body to your sitting bones. And I want you to feel how stable your thighs, your sitting bones, your bum, just how much stability the seat is giving you, and really feel yourself root down as you have that lovely, nice straight back. And I also want you to take a few moments to just focus your attention on your feet on the ground. Really feel them stabilizing you, and again, feel them rooting into the ground. So right now your attention is on your feet. So I want you to take your attention to the end of your toes. Your hands can be in your lap, palms facing upwards. Is a nice position, ready to receive all the goodness that this meditation has for you. But focus your attention on the end of your toes. And we're going to do a body scan. So I want you to gently draw your attention from the tips of your toes back up into your feet. And as you bring your attention back up through your feet, I want you to notice any tension, any areas that perhaps feel like they're holding on to tension, or just any kind of sensation or feeling that you're able to relax, release, or relinquish. I want you to do that as you find it. And just continue to scan very slowly, very gently your attention up through your foot, to your ankle, through your heel up to your ankle. Again, just notice any tension, anything that wants to be released. Keep taking those lovely, deep, cleansing breaths. And let your attention gently make its way up your calves, up over your shins, releasing, breathing into any tension as you find it, just letting it go. Your attention finding its way to your knees, to your kneecaps. Again, any aches or niggles, any tension, just focus on releasing that, relieving it as you find it. And allow your attention to come to just over the top of your knees, to your thighs, and allow your attention to gently make its way up your thighs. Not only noticing tension, but also noticing that lovely heaviness of pure relaxation. Don't only notice the niggle, also notice the goodness. How lovely it feels to be resting in your body. Focusing on letting go and releasing anything that doesn't belong there. It doesn't add to your experience today. We're having a good clear out. And your attention will now be in your pelvis, at your sitting bones. And just allow that attention to gently come up through your body so it's in your lower tummy. And it makes its way up into your abdomen and into your chest cavity. You can feel your lungs there. Your lungs feel bigger and more buoyant because they're full of that lovely, fresh, cleansing air. So you squeeze past your lungs and you just rest for a moment in the space where your heart lives. I can never ever go to this space and not find a smile creeping onto my face. I don't know if anybody else feels like that. And gently allow your attention just to continue making its way up your body to the indent just at your shoulders. What I'm talking about is where men have an Adam's apple. I don't know what the name of that is, but that's where it feels like your attention needs to be. Allow your attention just to slide down your arms and your shoulders, particularly releasing any tension you feel here. And gently through your wrists, over your wrists, down into your hands. Again, releasing anything that doesn't belong there. And bring your attention back up your arms to the base of your throat and allow your attention just to gently climb up through your throat and your neck, into your head. Is there any tension in your neck or your head that doesn't belong there, that needs to get released? I want you to go to your eyes and your eyelids. I want you to notice if there's any tension around your eyes or your eyelids or your forehead. And if so, just really let it go. Almost feel the tension sliding off your face. And now I want you to drop your attention to your jaw. And you might find that your jaw is tight and has been holding on to some tension. So if so, definitely take a moment to release that tension. You might need to wiggle your jaw. Perhaps that's the only way you can do it. And take a big deep breath. Knowing that it feels so much more comfortable to be in your body now than it did 5 or 10 minutes ago. And this is how it feels to be fully embodied. This is how it feels. How relaxing and grounding it can feel to just be hanging out in your body fully. So now I want you to allow your attention just to slide its way back down your throat and come to a rest at the place where your heart hangs out, the place where your heart lives. I call it your heart space. And with each breath, still taking big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, I want you to just notice a gentle pulsating sensation. I want you to notice how it feels to be there. Is there a temperature attached to being in that part of your body? Is it warm and cozy? Is there a colour? And I want you to imagine the feeling, the sensation of being there. It fills you with a deep, deep sense of inner peace, a deep, deep sense of calm. And it feels like you're being wrapped in cotton wool, soft, bouncy, padded. You know, when you're here, when you're resting here, that cotton wool, that beautiful, gentle, sparkling, pulsating energy, it protects you from everything in the external world. It allows you that space to retreat, to rest, to replenish. So take a moment to lay back in this space. And I want you to really let go. Let go. Let go of it all. And as you let go, notice, what have you been holding on to? What have you been carrying that's time to let go? It's time to release now. What is ready to be put down? What is ready to fall away? Perhaps you're worried, if I put this down, who's going to take care of it? Who's going to look after it? I want you to hand it over and leave it in this place, knowing that everything will be taken care of, that you are taken care of. Now that you've had an opportunity to rest, I want you to, if there's any questions that you have, if there's anything you're grappling with, if there's anything that you want guidance on or to be supported with, I want you to gently ask for that now in this space of your heart. Ask for that guidance. And then just take a few moments to be silent and allow that guidance, that wisdom, that inner knowing to share anything with you right now that will support you, that's important, that's relevant for you to know. And I want you to notice how calm it feels here, how peaceful, how all of the worries and all of the weights that you carry around, you can leave them at the door. They don't need to come with you into this place. And in fact, you can hand them over. You can hand them over here to be taken care of. And if that makes you feel feelings that feel uncomfortable, if it makes you feel scared, if your logical mind kicks in and says, but how's that possible? I want you to notice it and just know that you are not that thought. You are not that fearful feeling. You are this space that feels so calming, that feels so nurturing, so nourishing. This is you. This is you, always. This part of you is always available. It's always right there, ready for you to retreat to anytime. And just take a moment to acknowledge that, knowing that you have this space within, that you know you never have to white knuckle it through life on your own ever again. It's not necessary, because you can come here. You can come home to your heart. You can rest here and you can replenish, and all will be well in the world around you. Just allow yourself to focus on your breath again. In a few minutes, we're going to start to bring ourselves back fully into our full body. But before we do, you look down on the ground within that space, that heart space, and you notice there's a little gift there for you. I just want you to pick it up and open it, see what it is. What's the gift that your heart has given you today? Another big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. I want you to bring your attention to the tip of your nose. I want you to notice your breath going in your nose, cleansing and releasing with your exhale. And very gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps roll your neck a little, roll your shoulders back, always helps me. And when you feel ready, open your eyes. Open your eyes and come back to us fully. So, how did you find that, ladies? Oh my, that was a long one. That was nearly 20 minutes. I hope you all managed to see it through, and if not, you can catch it on catch up. So, how did you find that? You can see why I couldn't have prepared that, right? There's no way I could write a script for that. Oh, Isabel, I'm so glad. You're so welcome. I'm doing these every Monday at this time. Oh, hey, Jules. I'm doing these every Monday at this time. There'll be the odd Monday I've got a clash and I can't do it, but that's my commitment for the foreseeable. Because I love doing them and I love being together with you in this way. It's just a beautiful way to come together and support each other. Yes, you're holding so much tension in your shoulders. Oh yeah, Jules has got some great. Thank you, Isabel. Well, it's not improvising; it's really working with your energy and what you need, right? From a quantum perspective as well. So holding so much tension in your shoulders, yes, you will notice where you're. I remember doing stuff like this before and realizing, like I felt like I was really white knuckling it through life. Like I realised how tense I was just by allowing myself to relax in that way. And Jules has got some great exercises. Once Jules is better, we'll get Jules to do some tension releasing exercises. Jules is our resident yogi. Maybe Jules is okay to do them now actually, because she's had an operation. You can tell me, Jules, what you think about that. Because that'd be a cool thing to do one week, wouldn't it? Okay, my loves. Listen, when you're coming back, either comment here what you would love the themes to be on, like, oh Mel, I'd really like help with finding clarity, or I'd really like help with self-doubt, or if you want me to support you on particular things through these meditations, I'm really happy to do that. Like, I'm really happy to take a theme and run with it. So last week, what you can catch that on the page, what I did last week was, what came up was around what did you need to release and what did you need to replant. It was like your kind of new year intentions. It was around that vibe. Yeah, Jules would love that. Excellent. That would be a really nice one to do, Jules, as well, wouldn't it? you know, like the kind of 10-minute, here's how to release tension in your shoulders if you're sitting at your desk all day. Wonderful. Okay, my loves, it's been so much fun. I could hang out here all day, but I'm not gonna. It's already been half an hour. What just happened? So, mwah, so much love for you all. I will see you soon. Like I said, leave comments and can't wait to see you next week, if not before. Sending you lots of love.